like when I was younger, when I went to aquarium, it's just like pretty fish, you know? Like when I
Yes.
came out of the aquarium, I walked the whole tour, it's just, oh, I learned, wow, there's many different pretty fish. And
Yes.
and that's really it. Like there's many
Uh-huh.
species of fish, they're all pretty. That's all I learned. They don't really educate people really about like, oh, if they're all gone, then it will impact our society. Do you think that's why that people don't really know? Is it
I
because
think it depends upon what the type of experience that you're going to have at the aquarium. Again, some of it is still going to be up to the individual. You can always go to an aquarium and just see pretty fish.
yeah.
But if you pay attention and do some research and do some looking, there's a story that's also being told there, and the story gets to be a little scary sometimes
Yeah.
in terms of the potential for viability for the oceans. I've been a volunteer at Shed Aquarium here in Chicago for 12 years. The Shed Aquarium is one of the premier aquariums in the entire world. We do have signage in the aquarium where you can read the story of these things. I think specifically about the area for the Great Lakes. Seeing as I'm in Chicago, Great Lakes are a big part of our ecosystem, and we have a whole big section in the Shed Aquarium on invasive species and what that has done to the ecosystem of the Great Lakes. My experience has been that certainly all the big ones do have educational programs that really talk about the issues around the water world.
Now I'm
Yeah.
14 years old and I just started to think
Yeah.
about this kind of stuff. So like,
Well, that's also an indicator, because where does it start? It starts with, oh, it's a pretty fish. And then you start wanting to learn more about that pretty fish. And then the big question is going to be, is that pretty fish going to be around 30 years from now? Or will they all be gone?
do you think that it is important to educate young kids about this issue? Because
Absolutely.
yeah.
I think the more young people are the next generation, and it would be nice if they had something to enjoy when they're in the water. It would be nice if they did not have to worry about whole population sections of the world facing starvation or food shortages. Understanding that it's a responsibility that we have to be smart in terms of how we manage our resources. If we take it all away, there is nothing for the future.
So do you think bringing awareness to people, like
You're absolutely correct. The vast majority of people don't know. So raising awareness and educating people, I think, is really the first step. The more you educate people, the more you raise awareness of that. I think that's where the first line of the battle. There's certainly a number of different programs out there that seek to help raise the awareness of individuals. There are programs that are conducted through the government. There are private companies that offer educational programs. There are certainly a number of the aquariums, in fact all the aquariums in the United States, big aquariums, have educational programs about ocean health and wildlife and sustainability questions and stuff like that. They're all involved with research on that because that is their livelihood. I guess this is one of the big benefits of an aquarium. You get to see the pretty fish, but it also raises the awareness that, yeah, there are things living there. And these are the things that we are destroying. So building awareness, I think, is probably the biggest first step. And awareness is that, this is a different ecosystem that we aren't very familiar with. We don't know a lot about. does have impact on us because a lot of people in the world rely on the resources associated with that. And when we destroy it all, we are very definitely jeopardizing our ability to survive. I guess the biggest thing in terms of dealing with anybody today is start out with the first steps and work towards making them aware. And awareness is hard because, again, we're dealing with something that's not readily visible.